up, fam? Welcome to George Reviews. I am the 80s Transformers fan. Today I'll be taking a look at G.I. Joe Classified Series Crimson Strike Team. Currently this is a Hasbro Postal exclusive. It originally retailed at like 90 bucks. They recently put this guy on clearance. They call it outlet pricing, which is some clever marketing strategy so they don't have to actually use the word clearance or discount it. I really didn't want to grab these guys when they first dropped, mostly because the standard versions was just hanging around everywhere and I knew we would get a price drop. So here it is, and here is the packaging. It's designed to look like a briefcase, and the package is slightly embossed. I can feel it. You probably can't see it, but it is embossed. We got warning right here, choking has a small part, not for children on 3. Hasbro label, 4 years. And the top of the box looks very much like the top of a briefcase, and only the handle was embossed. They should have did the locks. Well, the locks is slightly embossed around the edges. It would have been so cool if the handle flipped out and you could actually carry the packaging that way. Back of the box is the Cobra logo, and again, ever so slightly embossed. I think you can see it mostly like right here. Presentation, spin it back to the front, and I guess we got to get this guy open. The tape is peeling right here, and I'm gonna have to cut this tape right here. Hopefully a slight way I might have to cut it on both sides. Let me get it on both sides just to make sure. I know I almost destroyed Serpentor's packaging because I didn't know how to open it, and we slide it out, and yeah, it's just a slip cover. And inside we have the same thing with some damage or scuffing on it, some bullet holes in it. The contents are compromised. This is way cooler. Why do the outer sleeve like that? On the bag, a little bit more of the same, and again, same. And I gotta continue to try to get into this thing. Oh wait, does it? Okay, this thing is magnetic. Oh, look at that. That is so sick. Oh, man. Look at the interior. I've seen photos. I haven't watched any reviews. Okay, I guess the bomb is about to blow up in their face. I think Chuckles made it backfire on those guys, and they're trying to deactivate it. We got, was it Tomax trying to push the button at the top of the lid. We got the Cobra symbol. We got some dials. We got a meter. A few more dials and buttons and switches up there. That is very, very cool. Oh, I mean, this is so slick, and it's very thick and very sturdy. All right, let's see what we have here. Looks like a file for the B.a.t. I guess this is much cooler if I had got it back then when it came out. I guess I don't know if the B.a.t was out by then. We got a file name. I guess you could write a few little notes down here and create your own file or something. Turn it over. We have gold bricks. I guess you can switch it this way, and it is a payment of gold. 250 gram bars each. This is so cool. Like, I was totally thinking this is going in the recycle bin, but not anymore. And the inner packaging, we have the Crimson Guards and the Baroness looking so cool. And I can tell you right now, the images that I have seen, the people posting these figures, do not do it justice. They look fantastic. The metallic red on the Baroness's breastplate looks awesome. And this is so cool. All right, we got some boxes right here. I believe these are weapons. Yeah, we have 3 of them, 1 each. This is so nice. I hate to even continue opening this thing up. All right, here we go, and should be the same type of weapons we've seen before. So what's going on? The warning label for the choking hazard. We got tissue paper. And what do we have? We have a golden stand, and it's done in gold plastic, goldish plastic, or it's like a clear plastic painted over gold. I can see it, dang it. Hoping it was gold plastic. And we have Tomax's weapons, or is it Xamot, is it Tomax? Have a gold gun. I think this is done in gold plastic. As are the knives, and the blades are painted silver. Yeah, you can see the difference. Why not just cast this in the same plastic? I'll never understand. But it still looks cool. So I'm not going to open these on camera. They'll just appear in the video. So let's get to the figures. Alright, I'm going to take a look at the Baroness first because I have several in my collection, but I don't have any open. And she's going to be my first hands-on Baroness. And we're going to take a look at her face. The face printing on mine looks very neatly done. From her eyes to her lipstick to the blush on her cheeks. The eyebrows are printed right on the sculpt. She has like a scale pattern on her shirt underneath that metallic crimson breastplate, which is very well done. The breastplate itself is done in a metallic red with a silver Cobra logo on the chest that is molded in. The scale printing continues on down to her stomach and her waist area. It is even present on parts of her thighs. The boots are done in a nice black plastic. The top of her boots are done in a silver paint and some black paint. And coming down to her ankles, it's all black plastic. It looks very well done. Alright, on to the Baroness's weapons. Get her armed up and see what she has in the packaging. Looks like a Uzi. And okay, we have two Uzis in the packaging. Let's get them in her hands. They fit in her hands very securely. You can get her fingers on the trigger. The Baroness is also packaged with a secondary head with a mask on it. I don't think this mask is removable. Also in this packaging is another head. And what is she biting her lip or whatever? I hope that's printed correctly. A windswept hairpiece for those heads. I believe this is a gun. I think I've heard people talk about it on the internet or whatever. This is some type of gun. I guess she had it in the comics. I don't know. But we can get it in her hand. She doesn't hold her finger on it like a trigger or anything like that. But you can coil it around her arm and guess it's a gun. And the Baroness has her own stand. It is that clear plastic painted in gold. And it says Crimson Strike Baroness. Also in the bag, she has two small pistols. They are identical gold plastic. She holds them in her hands with no problem whatsoever. And she has these two short swords, long daggers, I don't know, with the cobra head on the hilt. It's all gold plastic with silver paint for the blade. Looks pretty good. She can holster those guns we just took a look at on the back of her waist and hold the swords in her hands with no problem. Also in the packaging are some suppressors. They fit right on the gun. One of them has a little bit of a loose fit. The Baroness comes with her signature glasses. Very well done. She looks very good in her glasses. Oh, and she has a second set of glasses with amber lenses, looking good. Now let's take a look at the Crimson Twins, Tomax and Xamot. They're wearing the exact same outfit as the previous release. Well, I'm assuming the Baroness was too. They have the gold pauldron and neck armor on this figure. The only thing I can really see different, you know, of course they changed the paint, but the only thing they've added a gold paint app to the front of the belt buckle, which the standard version had no paint app whatsoever. But this is the exact same Crimson Twins, not one change I can see. And since we've already seen the weapons, let's just get to that. They come with this MP5K. It looks very good. You can see more detail in it with this gold plastic. And there's a suppressor for each one of the guns done in red plastic. They both come with two daggers. They can be holstered just like the original releases, one on the hip, one at the leg. And the dagger fits very securely in Tomax's left hand, but is very loose in the right. I don't know if that's because I put the gun in that hand, but I just want to note that there's a loose fit in that right hand. All right, I want to take a closer look at the Baroness. She's basically the meat of this review. I did Tomax and Xamot, and this is my technically my first open female figure. I've been tinkering around with a custom, but this is my first female G.I. Joe classified in hand. So basically I want to roll right into articulation. And I'm sure the hair is going to be a little bit of a problem. But her head will 360. Let's see if we can get up. It's a little bit considering the hairs on her back. And down, we get a whole lot down. The Baroness head articulates at the ball joint underneath the head and at the neck. This collar piece turns separately, which is very nice. And coming to her shoulder joints. Not coming up really far out to the sides. She has a butterfly joint in there, giving us about this much range to the front and back. Shoulder 360. She has a bicep swivel. Double jointed elbow coming down to her wrist. Full 360. And where's her hinge located? It's an up and down hinge if I can activate it. Coming to her midsection. Underneath the armor is a bit of articulation right here. And then coming down to her waist. I'm pretty sure the 360 you can see the sculpt really breaking up her female body. But there's articulation in there, and we can bend her forward about that much. And to the back using both the articulations this far. Coming to her legs. We can get a good split out of that from side to side. And her hips drop down because they just dropped down right there. And kicking to the front. Baroness can get this far. And to the back, this is what we got. Upper thigh swivel, full 360. Double jointed knee. Coming to her ankle. To the back this far. Front this far. And there's a rocker in there as well. Now, besides having a nice amount of accessories, the Baroness has interchangeable hair and heads. So I'm going to start with the hair part. Just going to lift this up. It doesn't flop off, but it doesn't snap on either. The groove in her head. Here's the more windswept hair. And it just sits on there. I think it's supposed to work with this head as well. It feels a little loose. More loose than the other. But that's something you can do. The windswept hair looks a little bit more detailed to me. Could be just the angle of the hair, but. And we also have completely interchangeable heads. Let's take this off and take this off. And we have I believe she's biting her lip. Sort of like enticing or trying to be sexy. Here, let's go with the standard here, see how that works. Fits on there fine and it holds on. Here's the lip biting head sculpt with the schoolgirl glasses and the windswept hair, and it definitely works for me, Baroness. Definitely works for me. Let's bring the original head back out real quick. Yeah, and it's not just a different stylization to the mouth. They changed the paint around the eyes. And eyebrows seem to be the same. There's a little bit more blush on the cheek over here. Lastly, we have one more head. It's like the armored head, this armored mask. Now, I don't know what this is from, but it looks pretty damn cool. You can see the lipstick underneath right there. The mask does not come off. She has something in her ear. I don't think that's an earring. I think that's an earpiece. Well, she does have an earring like right here and something on the top of her ear, but I think this is like a Bluetooth earpiece. It's in both ears. It's kind of cool. Happy I spotted it. And we'll get the hair on her head. There we go. Here she is with like this mask. Now she's kind of Destro's counterpart. And here's that same head with the windswept hair. Alright, now I want to give the Baroness a comparison real quick with the retro-carded Baroness. And the retro-carded Baroness head is beautiful as well. This is beautiful too. But it's more, it's longer, slimmer. And this head is rounder, meatier. And the retro-carded Baroness looks like she has less makeup on. Same color eyes. Totally different hair sculpt as well. I was not expecting a totally new head out of this figure than what we got in the previous Baroness releases. As for the outfit, it's the exact same outfit. Accessories are different. She comes with these two guns, which are on the Baroness's back in gold. The glasses, I know these are in the package, but these are a different pair of glasses. I was not expecting that. And she doesn't come with these two rifles. Next up is the original Baroness release. She came with the Akira motorcycle or whatever. And I knew this gun from somewhere. It's a damn shame. They duplicated the gun. They gave it a repaint, but this snake gun is packaged here. She comes with the gold guns as well. Even though it's in the package, you can tell this one is cast in plastic and this one is painted gold. And she has a totally different pair of glasses. I thought these glasses was going to be those, but that's a different pair of glasses with a paint app at the top of the glasses. The same head as a retro card release, but they've pretty much given us 3 different Baronesses. I mean, the body and the suit's the same, but as far as the head and accessories, we've gotten 3 different Baronesses. It's pretty cool. Now for Tomax and Xamot, and immediately this is one of the things, like this guy, like you just couldn't quite get his feet to lock in right. At least I couldn't on mine. To get him to stand up in a neutral position there, and I just did it. But the feet were kind of weird on these guys, and they corrected it on these. And the floppiness. Is this his counterpart? Nope, this is his counterpart. Alright, and apparently they addressed that QC issue because that flop is gone. And the only real difference, other than actually changing the paint, there's no paint app to the belt buckle right here, and they added a paint app to that belt buckle. You know what? Wait, there's one more thing. The neck peg on these guys, like there's more neck over here than over here. Like the head sits down further on the neck than the original release, and it's the same for both of the guys. All right, my last word on this set is, if you don't have it, you definitely need to pick this up if you collect G.I. Joe Classified. This thing is fantastic. If I had not purchased this and then it sold out and I saw it somewhere maybe like a year from now, I would be pissed because I didn't realize how nice these figures were. I mean, Tomax and Zam are the same figure, but I didn't realize how nice of a figure the Baroness was and is, and she really shines in this crimson red, especially with the metallic breastplate, and they all look fantastic with the silver Cobra logos. Like the crimson just makes all of these guys pop that much more. And again, I mean, I can't recommend this enough. It's currently on outlet pricing, which is clearance for 60 bucks on Hasbro Pulse. And if you're a premium member, it's free shipping. And that's another reason why, like at the 90 bucks at the time, I was not a premium member and it wasn't free shipping. So I would have been at 100 bucks to get figures I already had. And I was like, nah, but $60 right now as I'm shooting this video at the time of the upload on Hasbro Pulse, definitely worth it. If you don't have these guys, go get them. And the Baroness is the meat of the review. She comes like with completely different heads than she's come with before. The Tomax and Xamot are the same figures with the colors flip-flopped, and they added 1 extra paint app to the belt buckle. But the Baroness comes with a collection of weapons from previous releases with a little bit of snake eyes thrown in there. 3 completely new heads and 2 different hair pieces for her, and she's just amazing. Now, if you're a friend of the channel, you know I always have a wish list with any toys. Not a complaint. I just wish they had did more. I wish Tomax and Xamot had came with some new alternate weapons, and definitely different heads, because they clearly went out of their way to pack in more heads with the Baroness. I wish they got like an angry gritting teeth or yelling, just giving order faces. That would have been very cool. And along with that wish list, I got a question for you guys. Do you think we'll get a Crimson Cobra Commander? That would be nice, even in the old body style or done off the new His Tank body style. And speaking of His Tank, what about a His Tank repaint to the crimson colors? I know usually Haslab doesn't go back and reissue their Haslab projects, but I think if it was done in a different color and different accessories, they can make an exception for that. So what do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments below. Alright fam, that's all I got for you for now from George Reviews. If you like this video, please like it, share it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next video.